Welcome to Spillane Field, everybody. It's the Jake and Jake pregame show on your airwaves, bringing you Wareham Gatemen baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. We are bringing you Wareham versus Falmouth here at Spillane Field. Jacob Toby alongside Jake Garcia. We'll be bringing in Andre Sims, our field reporter, in just a moment. So the Gatemen tied 3-3 last night at Harwich. Jake, you like their grit and resolve coming back in that game to ultimately tie 3-3.
Yeah, we've made a bit of a joke of it this season, saying tying is like kissing your sister. But in reality, every time Wareham ties a ball game, they inch further and further up the Western Division. It's worth 1 point in the Cape League standings, so obviously a whole lot better than a loss. And last night for Wareham, they looked dead in their tracks, looking like they were going to certainly lose that game to the best team in the league against Harwich. But then a run in the eighth, and remember, that run came after Robbie Metz was cut down at the plate, making the first out of the inning, and Wareham was still able to push a run across. Then they scored 2 runs in the ninth, one of them coming with 2 outs. So a very gritty performance by this team, and they're trending in the right direction right now. They have built a little bit of confidence up going into today.
This Falmouth team coming in at 15-10. They can tie their win total from last season with 16 with a win tonight here. What are you seeing out of them this season?
Well, for Falmouth, they have about the same style offense as Wareham does. Only difference, they're on base a little bit more than they're slugging this year. For Wareham, it's the reverse, but their pitching has been their calling card up to this point. Second in the league in ERA, second in the league in WHIP, and they send a pretty good one out tonight in Brendan King.
All right, now we'll send it over to the third member of our broadcast team, Andre Sims, with our coach's conversation. He talked with pitching coach Jim Lawler.
Andre Sims here. This is our coach's conversation. I'm here with pitching coach Jim Lawler. And Jim, your starter today, Zach Pop, converted starter primarily out of the bullpen at Kentucky, making his third straight start now. What have you seen from him in his progression as he goes deeper and deeper into games?
Well, number one, he maintains his velocity, which is really important for any starter. If you're going to stay out there, you got to maintain it. And the thing is, he keeps getting better as the game goes along. So his biggest thing is get the first 2 innings and get in a groove. That's what we got to look for.
And then another arm you got going today, Gunnar Leger, probably your best overall all arm on this team. Really big command specialist. And primarily a starter, going to be heavily relied on as an ace when he goes back to school in the spring. So what are you working with him to take his game to the next level?
And really for him right now, the plus part is he's not hung up on velocity. He's a location guy. He can locate in and out and up, down, got a plus changeup. And the thing he's trying to do up here this summer is so he can't get a little more command, a little more bite on his breaking ball. That's his main extra thing, but I love command.
And then your third guy, Casey Mize, is someone that Gunnar Leger has been helping. We've talked about that before. This is a kid who had a fairly good season at Auburn as his freshman year, going to be relied on more heavily as a starter going into his sophomore campaign. So what is one thing that you're pinpointing with him to work on going forward?
Well, big thing right now, he's coming out of the bullpen yet, more of a closer. We want to try to, toward the end of this summer, get a little bit more in the windup and get going for a starter again. But with his pitch count, we're leaving him down there to protect the arm. But the thing he's got going now, he's got great strikes. And he's been relying just on the split. I'm trying to get Gunnar to show him his changeup, and just the opposite. He's trying to throw Gunnar the slider. And if you play catch it, it's a big difference.
There it is. That's Jim Lawler, pitching coach. Thanks for listening. This is our coach's conversation.